Well, the Green Bay Packers will formally introduce their new head coach tomorrow.
Tennessee Titans offensive coordinator Matt LaFleur was expected to arrive in Green Bay this afternoon. Sports director Jay Wilson is here now with some reaction. Hi, Jay.
Hi, good afternoon. This all makes sense. The Packers were in need of a change, a breath of fresh air, if you will. Mike McCarthy was wildly successful for over a decade, but it was just time. Yeah, it was just time to move on.
So tell us about this guy.
Well, he's 39 years old, married and has 2 kids, 2 boys. In the NFL, there's Matt LaFleur.
Young guy.
Yeah, he's called plays for 1 year in the NFL. That was this year against for Tennessee. And you're thinking, Tennessee Titans, they didn't have a great offense this year. Well, they had a lot of injuries, and there were some. That was probably their biggest concern, is that Marcus Mariota had a lot of injuries. So, but he's considered to be one of the great up-and-coming young minds. Sean McVay is the head coach of the Los Angeles Rams, young guy, and he has transformed the LA Rams into kind of the model of what NFL teams want to be offensively. A lot of points, a lot of offense. And what do the Packers have? What's their strength? The guy,
Aaron Rodgers.
The guy that controls, yeah. And it'll be interesting to see Rodgers' reaction to this. I would not be surprised if someone said, hey, Aaron, you mind if we hire this guy who's only 4 years older than you to tell you what to do? But, anytime there's a head coach, there's great optimism. There's a breath of fresh air in the offices. And I think combined with Brian Gutekunst, elevated to general manager last year, a new fresh look from Ted Thompson, now you can see, well, there's a trend. But you know what? You can be the greatest coach in the world if you don't have the players.
Right.
Don't matter. Mm-hmm. And they have 2 first-round draft picks, and they have a lot of draft picks. So that's probably going to be a good start.
Would he be bringing in some other coaches, assistant coaches of his own, or would they stick with who they have?
Well, you would think he would have some of that, but the biggest news on that appears to be that Mike Pettin, who was the defensive coordinator this year, appears to be staying. And that's good news for stability on a defense that still needs a lot of work. I think that's pretty clear. But, Pettin is very well regarded in the NFL defensively. But again, needs players. Clay Matthews is on the far side if he returns.
Right, he may not return.
If he returns. And guys like Randall Cobb are in that same boat too. Mm-hmm. But there's certainly reason for optimism, and it's good to have young voices and new voices.
And, as you say, they needed a change.
Yeah. Now, we could have this discussion 2 years from now saying, God, this guy was the worst thing since sliced bread. But everybody know what sliced bread is anymore? I don't even know. I keep throwing that and broken records. Nobody knows
what they are.
But we'll see. And it'll be interesting to see his comments when he's introduced.
That's tomorrow. Right.
All right. Well, 4 years difference between the head coach and the star quarterback.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, but it wouldn't happen, don't you think, unless Aaron Rodgers said.
They said he didn't have any say in it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's essentially in management there.
Jay, thank you.
Thank you,
We'll
Jay.
see what happens, as they say.